Welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online, the Greymoor chapter. I'm JDZ Gaming Empire. In the last episode, we just defeated her father, and now she wants us to go find Lyris and Fen. Daughter of the Wolf, Solitude has survived High King Svargrum's Harrowstorm, but the damage done by his betrayal remains. Can Princess Savannah pick up the pieces and carry on for the kingdom? Savannah asked me to check on Lyris and Fennerin. We left them in the courtyard of Castle Dower to hold out against a horde of Harrow Fiends while we face Swargrum. Hopefully they survived. And they are not far. They are right down here. Ooh, it's snowing outside. They are in here. Courtyard.
Tell me truthfully, Lyris. How much of this blood is mine?
Not enough to be worried about.
That was funny. Let's talk with Lyris.
So, is it over? What happened to Svargrim? And where's Svanna?
Svargrum's dead and Savannah's fine, but she needed a moment. She asked me to check on you.
A parent's betrayal cuts deeper than a sword. But Svanna's strong. Stronger than she's been given credit for. And Solitude's going to need that strength in the coming days.
Do you think she can handle it?
If you told me the tavern rat we met at the Lonely Troll would become my choice to lead this land, I'd have called you mad. Then again, my king's a skald, so what do I know? Come on, there's probably something productive we should be doing.
What do you have in mind?
Last I heard, Sword Thane Uthlet was gathering everyone he could at the Hall of the Dead. Head over there and see how they weathered the Harrowstorm. I'll take care of securing Castle Dower. As for Fen, you might remind him we need a lot of elixir.
What happened with the horde of Harrow Fiends?
We did our best to hold the Harrow Fiends inside Castle Dower, but nothing short of stone walls were going to keep those monsters from pushing through. Seemed like everyone I killed was replaced by 2 more.
How'd you stop them?
Almost didn't. We were nearly overrun before Fen went wild. I've never seen him like that, snarling and showing what a true vampire can do. Took the Harrow Fiends by surprise and we routed them. I did have to thwack him to clear his head, though.
Alright, let's talk with Fen.
You did it. I shouldn't be surprised. But things were looking rather bleak before the clouds parted.
What happened with the horde of Harrow Fiends?
We held the gate as long as we could, but the Harrow Fiends were a flood of claws and teeth. Once they burst through, Lyris cleaved through them like a scythe through wheat. But even she couldn't stem the tide.
So what happened?
I'm not really sure. I kind of went wild. Let out my inner beast, as it were. I was rending and slashing. Then Lyris whacked me with the flat of her blade. At least that's the last thing I remember. Not my finest hour, but we survived.
So what now?
The Sword Thane gathered people in the Hall of the Dead. Go check on them while I pull myself together. This whole ordeal has been a lot more strenuous than I'm accustomed to. Then I'll get to work on the elixir and a cure for the Herod.
What about the Harrow Fiends?
Sadly, I don't think there's any hope for them. Their life energy was sucked dry, turning them into feral beasts. Restoring them is beyond my capabilities, I'm afraid. At least with the Herod, they're not so far gone as to be a lost cause.
And the elixir will protect everyone else?
As soon as we produce enough of it, yes. We saw how it protected Svanna. Now, where did I put my flask?
Good luck finding your flask. Let's go to Solitude's Hall of the Dead. I guess it doesn't matter which way we get there. It's all the same. Here? Yeah.
Ha! Good to see you aren't raising bugs with Ismir just yet.
We saw the storm break, but we heard nothing since you departed from Blackreach.
Okay, we get to talk to both the Jarl and Sword Thane. Let's talk with him first.
We seem to have survived, thank the gods. I thought for certain we were all about to witness the end of the world.
It looks like Solitude weathered the storm.
No thanks to Svargrim, damn his eyes. After you and the princess went off to Blackreach, I gathered whoever we could and made our stand here in the Hall of the Dead. I'm just glad we don't have to be permanent residents.
So no major casualties?
Far fewer than I feared when the storm began. Thanks to you and the princess. With the storm over and the Grey host driven from Castle Dower, my soldiers will get the city back into shape. As long as no one else attacks us in the meantime.
I'll leave you to it.
When I first pledged myself to the Blue Palace, I never thought I'd have to defend my city from its own king.
How long had you served, Svorgan?
Practically my whole life. I served in his army when he drove the Reach Dogs back from our gates. The wolf chased them halfway over the Druadoc Mountains before he declared the campaign finished. He was a man to be feared and admired.
What changed?
I don't know when the rot in him started. It crept so slow I never noticed it. Not before it was too late. At some point he became more concerned with holding on to his kingdom than the kingdom itself.
Okay, let's talk with the Jarl.
I regret we didn't throw a parade to welcome you back, but I'll cheer enough for 100 souls if you tell me you put that backbiter of a High King to the sword. But what of Svanna? Is she?
Savannah's alive, but I can't say the same for the High King.
That's good, but a daughter shouldn't have to kill her own father. Svanna has my support, for whatever that's worth. She's going to need all the help she can get in the days to come.
So Savannah's the queen now?
Not until we hold a moot to support her claim, and we need more than a single Jarl for that to occur. If Svanna proves herself as the acting Jarl, they might look past her father's failings and make her the queen. Eventually.
She's proven capable so far.
They're here! They're at the gates!
The Grey host? I thought we were done with them for now.
Not the Grey host! The Skald King with an army from the east!
What treachery is this?
To the gates. We'll give the Skald King a proper welcome, one way or another.
All right, to the gates then. This way.
So Philgor
Seeking a
poisoned his
reliable
own
research
brother.
assistant with little
And
to
he
no
expects
fear
the
of
Lords to
death.
follow him.
Hold up there, young blood.
He's more foolish than I imagined.
Uh-oh, here we go. We got a meeting.
Stand down, you idiots! We come in peace.
Dr. Prince Ernstgar.
Partner, could really use your knack for diplomacy right now. Speak to the Skald King before we start a war.
Sure save me from fools and prophets. Will no one properly greet a weary traveler?
Hey, Prince.
I know that there's little love between East and West, but now's not the time to be picking a fight.
What are you and Skald King Urin doing here?
Lyris's report on the rise of Grey Host had my father preparing for the worst. When we hadn't received word for some time, he decided to intercede.
If we hadn't stopped Svargrim, that might have been necessary.
Svargrim. It's
Svargrim.
hard to believe the rumors were true. I didn't know him well, but I can't understand how anyone could throw away everything for the promise of power. What's immortality worth if there's nothing you hold dear?
Will your father attempt to take Svargrim's place here?
You'd have to ask him. As far as I can tell, the Western holds are in chaos. They could use a king who cares for his fellow Nords, but if the welcome we received here is any indication, Solitude won't see it that way.
I'll speak to King Urin. Hey, Skald King, you remember me, right? Huh? You remember me, right?
Oh, familiar face.
Yeah.
Maybe you can talk some sense into these Western milk drinkers. We're not a damn invasion. We're here to help. Do you know what's going on?
The Grey Host was behind the attacks on Western Skyrim. High King Svargrim. We had to kill him.
So the rumors are true? Svargrim joined the Grey Host? I knew he had ambitions, but to throw away his humanity like that, it's inconceivable. Svargrim once told me that he would die before welcoming me to solitude. I suppose he was right.
The Grey Host caused a lot of damage. These people could use your help.
That's why I sent Lyris here in the first place. I'm not the king of these holds, though. I can't do anything if they refuse my help. Svargrim despised me. He would never accept my aid. But Svanna... here she comes now. Let's see what she has to say.
Whatever you think, King Yoren.
We have no need of help that involves welcoming your soldiers within our walls.
My walls, Jarl. My father may have been willing to slap aside the helping hand, but I'm not. Permit me a word with your envoy, Skald King.
Hey, let's talk with her.
Thank you. For holding the line, I mean. I'm ready to do what I should have done a long time ago. To do what my father never could. I'll speak with the Skald King. There's one more thing I'd like you to do while I entertain our guests.
What do you need?
We saved Solitude, but our war with the Grey Host is far from over. We need Fenn's elixir more than ever. With that, and King Yoren's help, we might just push these monsters back into their grave for good. Check on Fenn's progress, please.
Anything else?
That depends on Fenn. If there's anything standing in his way, let me know. And I'll do everything in my power to get him what he needs.
I'll speak with Fenn.
Fenn is with old Mjolnir at the Mages Guild. When you're finished with him, join me in the courtyard of the Blue Palace. I'm going to hold a moment of remembrance for this city. We all need a moment to mourn what we lost.
What about your guests?
I'm going to invite the Skald King to join us. If the people of Solitude see him bow his head along with the rest of us, they may not care about the divide between the East and the West.
Okay. Let's go find Sven, who is out this way, it appears. Let's make sure, though. No, he's back over here? I guess he is. He's over here in the Mages Guild? I guess he is. Okay. Go to the Mages Guild, then.
Orcs. If they aren't fighting, they're fighting about fighting.
Finn? Or Finn? Where you at? Where is he? It's below. Okay, where's the stairs? Right here. I didn't even come in here at all. It's the first time I've been in the Mages Guild.
A rare thing to find an elf with the makings of a clever woman.
Despite what my kin might proclaim, it's not all in the blood. Ah, good, you're here. We've made a breakthrough. I was just discussing a theory with Mjolnir, and it seems like we're very close to turning this elixir into a true restorative.
Meaning what?
A cure. Singolis's research on the nether root showed me just how it weakens the connection between a body and soul. Thus far I've been able to inure a person to the root, but now I'm certain I can use that knowledge to heal those weakened bonds.
How quickly can you produce this cure?
Well, it is just a theory at this point. There's a lot more testing and experimentation to be done before we can produce a viable antidote. Weeks, optimistically?
Savannah needs your elixir now. She asked me to make sure everything's going smoothly.
I know. We can't simply put things on hold. Mjolnir and I have a batch brewing right now, and materials to keep producing for another day. Ingert's promised us a steady supply of Arcase oil, but that's not our limiting factor.
What's the problem?
We know enough about Singolis's refinement processes to replicate his methods, but we still need a source of netherroot to do so. Tell Svanna that if she can keep us supplied, we can produce enough elixir for all the holds in a matter of weeks.
Any ideas on where we can get more netherroot?
We can ransack Greyhost stockpiles, or mount an expedition into Blackreach. Otherwise, it would take decades of work to produce a proper crop. After we get the elixir squared away, we'll turn our attention to curing the Herald.
Did Zingalis's notes tell you more about the Grey reliquaries and the stone husks?
Indeed. As I surmised, the Grey reliquaries contained the remains of ancient Greyhost warriors. They served as a connection to the souls trapped in Cold Harbor. Using the energy from the Harrowstorms, the souls were pulled into the stone husks.
And what was the purpose of the stone husks?
I believe the stone husks are incubators of a sort. The physical forms of the Grey Host are reincorporated within the stone vessels, through a mix of Singolis's alchemy and sorcery, and the magic of the Ice Reach witches. When whole, they burst free.
Okay. Go to the Blue Palace courtyard. Ooh. Oh, I can't take the soul gem. Too bad. Though I have plenty of soul gems, so there's really no need. Uh-oh, here we go. Like, where's she at?
I was hoping you'd return before we began. Tell me you've got good news. I'll feel a lot better delivering a speech about healing and hope, knowing that we're on the road to recovery. What did Fen have to say about the elixir?
They're making it as we speak, but he says they'll need more netherroot soon.
Not the best news, but I'll take it. So long as we have enough to protect our soldiers, we have a fighting chance against the Grey Host. I'll go to the Undergrove myself, if that's what it takes.
Fen also believes he can make a cure for the Herald.
Now that would be cause for celebration. If he can really bring back even a fraction of those we lost to the Harrowstorms, I'm willing to try. That's all I needed to hear. We should begin the ceremony before the crowd grows more restless.
What do you have planned?
Nothing fancy. Just a traditional Nord wake. To mourn and celebrate those we've lost, and cherish the lives we still have. I'd like you to join us.
Very well.
None of us would be here to sing dirges for the dead or celebrate the living if not for you. I certainly wouldn't be here, ready to lead my hold. You've supported me since I started down this path. I'm honored to have you here at the end.
Look at you.
Sons and daughters of Skyrim, we have the honor today of remembering the dead.
Honor to the fallen!
Sons and daughters of Skyrim, our trials were fierce, but we are still here.
We stand and we remain!
Now, we raise our voices to tell Sovngarde of the coming of the worthy dead, and to tell the world that the Nords are still here! We are still standing!
The fallen now march home to hallowed halls, to join our ancestors in boundless drink and song and brawls. Let sound the horns, let peal the bells, let loose the ancient hymn. We will remain until time ends, we children of Skyrim.
Okay. That's it? That's it? Well, I guess so. Let's, talk with Lyris.
I'm glad to be done with this. Diplomacy and investigation aren't my favorite pastimes. They seem to suit you, though. You stepped up to the task better than I could have hoped.
Will you be leaving Western Skyrim now?
I'll be staying so long as Joran's here. Or until I can persuade him to send me after Rada al-Saran. That leech owes a lot of blood to us, and I intend to squeeze it out of him. We have to find him first.
Do we have any leads?
Whatever his plans were after sacking Solitude, we haven't uncovered them. With any luck, the Skald King will send me on a raid of the Grey Host, and I can beat some answers out of a few of them.
Let me know if you do.
Count on it.
Hey. High Priest Ingrid. I don't think we ever talked with you.
I could not have said it better myself. Princess Svana will make a fine ruler.
You'll support her then?
Of course. Some may choose to blame her for her father's misdeeds, but I will seek forgiveness from them. There have been enough divisions of blood and feuding. It is a new day. This is a time to mend rifts and forge new bonds.
Okay. Magister Fidelia?
We made it through, if barely. When the clouds began to gather over Castle Dower, I feared I'd have to witness. Thank you for stopping it. I don't know that my heart could bear another Carthwatch.
What will become of Carthwatch now?
The rest of Carthold fared as poorly as its capital. The hold has been laid to waste, its people dead or scattered. With so few left to rebuild and resettle, I fear the Reachmen will come to claim it long before the Nords set roots there again.
What will you do then?
I have already pledged myself to Svana. I will serve as her court mage. I hope to counsel her better than I did Jarl Olfwen. For now, I've used my status in the Mages Guild to solicit their aid in producing the Harrowstorm elixir.
Good. Okay. Let's talk with Jarl.
I hadn't had a moment to honor the fallen of Morthal since you came to my doorstep. Kind willing, they made their passage to Sovngarde.
Will you be returning to Morthal?
When things are settled here, Jarmarch has weathered these storms better than Hafingar and Carthol. If we can keep the kingdom from complete collapse, it's worth a few weeks away from my home and hearth.
Okay. And Sword Thane Youthit?
Princess Jarl Svana reminds me more of the Queen every passing moment. We're in good hands, I think.
Will you serve her as you did Svorgrim?
I'll pledge myself to her, if she'll have me. I was fool enough to follow Svargrim as long as I did, so it's more than I deserve.
He had many fooled.
He did, but I was by his side day in and day out. If anyone should have seen what he was becoming and put a stop to it, it was me. I owe a lot to Solitude for my failure. If Svana allows me to repay it, I'll be glad.
Okay. And let's speak with Prince Arnsecker.
My heart goes out to these people. We are no strangers to conflict back east, but none of our holds have been ravaged by the kind of devastation brought by the Grey Host. We are fortunate that you stopped them.
Savannah was impressive. She really stepped up when her kingdom needed her.
So I've heard. The princess has come a long way from the girl I met so long ago. And I've changed as well. I'm not quite as obnoxious and close-minded as I was when my father first formed the Ebonheart Pact. At least I try not to be.
You think there can finally be peace between Eastern and Western Skyrim?
If the princess remains in charge of the Western holds, I think the chances of true reconciliation are good. My father will certainly do everything he can to make that happen. And so will I. Princess Svana, she's become a very impressive woman.
Oh, he acts like he got a little thing for her. And let's see, can we talk to her?
I can't think of a more fitting send-off for my father than Nords of both kingdoms mourning side by side. Skyrim may be divided, but at least our honored dead are united in Sovngarde.
What are your plans going forward?
Yoren, Redharn, and I need to form a plan to distribute Fen's elixir and push back against the Grey Host. And acquire more Netherroot, it seems. There's a lot to be done, but I'm surrounded by good people. I trust we'll get through this together.
Anything I can help with?
I can't leave everything to you, you know. Well, I probably could. but even Greymoor took a rest now and again. Let us shoulder the burden for a while. I'm sure I'll need to call on you again soon enough.
Will you take over as High Queen?
I don't know. It's not important, not right now. What matters is rallying the people against the enemy, our real enemy. If that means seeking the crown, then I'll do what needs to be done.
Do you think Swaggrim passed on to Sovngarde?
Sovngarde is a place for the honored dead.
Ooh.
Svargrim gave up his seat in the Hall of Valor when he made his pact with the Ashen Lord. Wherever he is, I hope he regrets how he got there.
Ooh, okay. Alrighty, well, that is the end of the Greymoor story. I am going to go and do the Antiquities quest so I can get that skill line. And let me see, it's pretty close by. Yeah, it's right here. So let's go up in there. I don't remember what all is involved in this quest, but we're gonna find out. Nope, that's the yeah, Bard's College, and I don't want to go in there. I think there's a quest where you got to find, I don't know, a whole passel of things that I'm not interested in doing. Antiquarian Circle.
What's this? A new antiquarian in the making?
We hope.
So, what brings a sturdy hero like you to the Gwylem Annex? I can't imagine you're looking for a book. Then again, I do see a glimmer of curiosity in your eyes. Perhaps you seek admission to the Antiquarian Circle.
The Antiquarian Circle?
The University of Gwylem's most prestigious historical society. We scour the continent for lost antiquities, collecting and cataloging as we go. We've made hundreds of discoveries, thanks in no small part to our scrying tool, the Antiquarian's Eye.
The Antiquarian's Eye?
An invention of our university's founder, Terrain Fire. It allows the wielder's mind to travel vast distances and find buried relics, truths lost to history. Gazing into the eye requires both skill and talent. How talented are you, I wonder?
Let's find out. How do I begin?
Admission to the circle begins easily enough. Just place your hand on the Antiquarian's Eye. If you possess the aptitude, you will attune to the eye immediately. If you don't possess the aptitude, the eye will reject you. Couldn't be simpler.
What can you tell me about the Antiquarian's Eye?
It's a magnificent device, alien in origin. As I said before, our university's founder, Terrain Fire, developed it along with countless other scholarly tools. Alas, he died before we could demonstrate the object's true potential.
What does it do exactly?
It homes in on objects of historical import, much like a bloodhound, without all the baying and drooling, of course. We still don't fully understand how it determines an item's value. Just more proof of our founder's genius, I suppose.
How many of these devices do you have?
We recovered several from a vault in Elenir. It seems Sage Fire intended for the university's best and brightest to continue his work after he was gone. It took longer than he would have liked, I'm sure. But I fully intend to honor his legacy.
What is the goal of the Antiquarian Circle exactly?
We seek the truth above all else. Written histories rarely give an honest accounting of the past, so we go straight to the source. Relics, curios, even ancient bric-a-brac. Anything that can teach us more about the myriad cultures of Tamriel.
Are the relics you find valuable?
I assume you mean commercially valuable? Yes, you can keep any relics you recover and do with them what you will. The Circle's chief concern is cataloging the discoveries and learning what we can from them. Everyone benefits from the arrangement.
What is the University of Gwylem?
It's a school, of course. The very best, by any credible assessment. At least it was. What I wouldn't give to walk those halls again. This frigid annex is a very poor substitute. Very poor indeed.
Did you teach there?
For a time. I studied there as well. Despite all of Cyrodiil's struggles, I really did believe we could weather the storm. But war has far-reaching consequences, even for those who want no part in it. especially for those who want no part in it.
So, you've established a new annex here.
Here and elsewhere, the faculty scattered to the winds when the plane meld took hold. Fortunately, most of us survived, and we write each other constantly. I wound up in Skyrim somehow. As frozen wastelands go, it's really quite pleasant.
Okay, so we need to examine the Antiquarian's Eye. Antiquarian's Eye. Okay.
Impressive. We rarely see such an energetic attunement.
Really?
Well, well, well. It seems I underestimated you. With a reaction like that, you may well rival Gabrielle, our most accomplished antiquarian. I wonder what secrets you might find gazing through the eye.
Let's find out. How does it work?
In a hurry, are we? We'll teach you to use the eye in due course. First, do you vow to uphold the principles and traditions of the Circle, to catalog your discoveries for future generations and give a true accounting of Tamriel's history?
I do. I want to join the Antiquarian Circle.
An excellent decision. Mastering the eye is no small endeavor. But with Gabriel's tutelage and my rigorous oversight, we may make a true scholar of you yet. Welcome to the Circle, Antiquarian.
You.
Now then, we should begin your education in earnest. I suggest you speak with Gabrielle Benelay. I can provide some scholarly advice, but when it comes to using the Antiquarian's Eye itself, you'll find no better teacher than Gabrielle.
Where is Gabrielle?
Downstairs, poring over more maps and tomes, no doubt. Honestly, the girl never stops working. I'd almost think she was trying to make the rest of us look bad if she wasn't so confoundedly cheerful. At any rate, she'll get you sorted.
All right, I'll go downstairs and speak to Gabrielle.
Speak with me again once Gabrielle's taught you the basics. I know I can come across as chilly, but truthfully, I'm anxious to get you into the field.
Why can't you teach me how to use the eye?
Because I'm not a mage. Don't make a face. I never said I possess the aptitude. We all contribute to the Circle in our own way. You may wield the eye, but rest assured, my skill as a writer is no less important.
How does your writing contribute to the Circle?
Not just writing. Few can match my knowledge of ancient history, aside from those who lived through it all, like that insufferable dark elf Devaith Fear. You may find these relics, but it's incumbent upon me to tell you what they are.
Hey, thank you. Let's go downstairs and talk to Gabrielle. Hello, teacher.
Oh, it's you. What a welcome surprise. By Mara, that business with Angoff feels like lifetimes ago. I'm glad to see you're still in good health. So, Verita gave you an antiquarian's eye, eh? You mean to join the Antiquarian Circle?
Hey, I think I do remember you. Yes, Verita said you can use it better than anyone.
Wow, really? That's uncharacteristically gracious of her. Huh. Well, anyway, let's get started. It all begins with concentration. The eye wants to show you what you seek. So, clear your thoughts, and conjure up a picture of the relic in your mind.
So I need to have a relic in mind, then what?
The exciting part. Gaze into the eye and focus on the facets in the glass. Take a breath and try to unify the symbols into a single pattern. Eventually, you'll stop looking at the lens and start looking through it. Why don't we just give it a try?
Fair enough. I'll try using the Antiquarian's Eye.
Don't fret. I mean, sure, it's not as if we're learning to boil rice down here, but someone with your innate talents should take to the process quite well. And like most things, you'll only improve with practice.
What have you been doing since we last met?
Searching mostly. I couldn't rest knowing Darian was still out there, trapped in the colored rooms. I want to help him, speak to him somehow, you know? But it's just not that simple.
I know, I want to speak to him too. I found him, Gabrielle. He fought beside me on the Summerset Isles, and then he kind of went into the sword.
Darian returned? Then where is he now? Why hasn't he contacted me?
Meridia still has a hold on him. He disappeared again.
But he was here. He was here and I missed my chance to... When you say he disappeared, what do you mean? Did he say anything?
He wanted us to know how much we meant to him, and he hopes we won't forget him.
So, he doesn't think he's coming back again? So much for Darian the plucky optimist. The important part is we know escape is possible. I'm not giving up on him. We'll find a way to get him back for good. I know it. So, chins up, right?
Okay, so maybe she's giving us some foretelling by saying that. I hope so, because, you know, I didn't really particularly care for Darian at first, but he grew on me. I liked him. Scrying for antiquities. To scry for antiquities, press J to open your quest journal and navigate to the Antiquities tab. Open the journal and navigate to the Antiquities tab. Okay. What am I? Current zone? Yes. Active zone. Okay, these are... Whoa, okay. Available. Oh my, Holy Toledo! Look at all these! Oh my word. Okay. Gabrielle's Bada approving. Okay, now that we've done that, what do we need to do? I guess we need to click on it. Scry.
Well done. Now fix your eyes on the center and the corners of the lens. Then turn your focus inward toward the facets in the glass. Concentrate, and the facets should merge.
Okay.
Unifying the lens into a single pattern will perfectly attune the eye, but you only need to reach the foci to gain a rough idea of the object's location. If you lose your focus, just try again.
Okay, this sounds difficult. Now that you've chosen an antiquity to seek, you'll need to scry for its location. Claim facets that are adjacent to the facets you already control, beginning at the large crystal found at the bottom of the eye, okay? Carefully select additional facets to reach the glowing foci. Okay, so we need to reach up here. Okay, so we just take path. Okay, wait a minute now. Claim the foci. These special facets help you narrow your search. Every foci you claim strikes one false dig site from your map, allowing you to focus your efforts more effectively. If you do not claim all the foci, you can always try to scry for the same antiquity again, hopefully with greater success. Claim the foci. These special facets help you narrow your search. Every foci you claim strikes one false dig site from your map. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Scrying progress updated. Okay, we're going over here. Find the antiquity site. Okay, out this way. Man, I have not done this since this game released. I guess it's over here.
Looks like this is the spot. Time to excavate the antiquity.
Okay, excavate.
Remember to move cautiously. Use the right tool for the right level of excavation, and don't rush yourself. Even careful digging can result in an unsteady dig site, so be mindful of its stability.
Why are we having an echo again? Okay. Excavating an antiquity. Now that you found an antiquity's dig site, you'll need to excavate it without breaking it. Use the antiquarian's eye to locate the object. Then use the provided tools to remove the dirt around it. So we start with this, I guess. What, we got 9 chances at this? Augur indicates how near the antiquity is to the selected site. It can only be used a limited number of times based on the antiquity's difficulty. Only works on the lowest 3 layers of dirt and rocks. Cannot detect bonus loot. Using auger does not consume a turn. Oh. Well, wait a minute. I'm confused. Okay, maybe I need to press the R. Okay, where do we start at? Maybe in the middle, just to see. That's not doing... Oh, maybe like that. Oh yeah, because that used one of them. Okay, I don't know what the gold means. And what does this mean? 12 hours. Maybe I'm in the box? I have no idea how this works. It said take our time. Oh, there's green. Okay, maybe we're on the right path here. Okay, so somewhere in here. Now what? Your auger is out of energies. Removes one layer of rock, soil rock, from a 1x1 area. Can I switch to this now? Oh, there's something there. Okay, we just have to get into the general area. So we can use this tool as many times as necessary. Antiquity unearthed. You successfully unearth an antiquity. It is now yours to keep. After uncovering an antiquity, you may be able to search for additional bonus loot if there's any to be found. The antiquarian's eye cannot identify and locate bonus loot, so dig strategically to try and find it. So we will use this then, I take it, to try and find it. Anything over here? Doesn't look like it. Up here. Oh! Bonus loot unearthed. You have successfully unearthed bonus loot. When a dig site no longer contains any bonus loot, the excavation will automatically end. Just remember, some dig sites contain more than one bonus loot item. Any bonus loot items you recover over the course of your excavation will appear in the post-dig summary. Potential items include rare enchanting runes, set items, mod of chapters, or other useful rewards. Okay. Dr. Gabrielle.
There you have it. You're a proper antiquarian now. Seems you have quite a knack for it, too. Just keep practicing with the antiquarian's eye and master those digging techniques. I'm confident you'll be recovering priceless relics in no time.
What should I do next?
I'd report back to Verida and let her know you successfully extracted your first antiquity. Don't expect too much in the way of praise, but trust me, she'll be ecstatic. Once you've checked in, start looking for relics. No time like the present, eh?
Okay. Thank you. Go back in.
How could anyone, let alone a dark elf, desecrate?
So we use the antiquarian eye to figure out or to locate where we need to go dig, and then we use the little tools to dig for the treasure. What did we get, by the way? Compilation of first concerns. A list of the day's priorities in order of importance. The reverse is blank and could be reused. Treasure type, Scrivener supplies and writings. Okay, and Gabrielle's bottle of proving. This bottle was buried by Gabrielle Benele to test fledgling antiquarians. Though not as valuable as a proper antiquity, it was much easier to find. Okay. Back here and let her know we are done.
Welcome back, antiquarian. I trust your time with Gabrielle was illuminating.
Yeah, she taught me how to use the antiquarian's tools.
Excellent. I had a good feeling about you, and as usual, I was right. From now on, consider yourself free to pursue any antiquities that interest you. We will catalog your findings for study, and together we will uncover the mysteries of this world.
Okay, thank you.
You have a great deal of work to do, antiquarian. Wouldn't you agree? We're all quite busy, truth be told, but I suppose I can make more time for our most promising initiates. Is there something I can help you with?
How should I decide what antiquities to pursue?
That is entirely up to you. What cultures spark your curiosity? What region of Tamriel do you yearn to visit? Or, if it's simple wealth you're after, what item might fetch a prize on the second-hand market? The choice is yours.
How can I find something truly magnificent?
Well, your Antiquities Codex contains only those antiquities we're currently aware of. If you want to make a unique discovery of your own, you'll need to find a lead. Something that gives you a place to start.
Where can I find leads?
Practically anywhere, believe it or not. Tucked away in chests, in the pockets of bandits, stashed in musty ruins. Just explore Tamriel as any adventurer would, and you're bound to find some.
Thank you. Now, what kinds of objects will I find out there?
The potential applications of our discoveries are endless. You might find items worthy of display in your home, or discover a long-forgotten technique for body ornamentation. You might even recover jewelry or armor imbued with arcane power.
What's the greatest thing you've ever recovered?
Oh, I couldn't possibly choose. In any case, my interest in these objects has less to do with their uses and more to do with their historical value. Amalian swore she found parts of a mechanical mount, but that sounds a bit outlandish to me.
Okay, thank you. So, now let's get out of here. And then we're going to take a look at the skill line as well as the antiquities that we can look at. Let's go up here real quick. So we're near the Way Shrine. Okay, let's look at the skill line. So it's Underworld Excavation. Okay, these are all passive abilities. Okay. So I guess maybe the higher this goes, well, it only can go up to 2. I don't understand what they mean by intuition. And the auger can only go up to 2. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so you get different tools. This removes 1 layer. This removes 3 layers. Okay, that gets easier to see, the dig site. Get more time. Okay, removes 1 layer of dirt and rocks from up to 3x3 area. Ooh, this is pretty good. Treasure chests will be easier to see when you are 20 meters or closer. Okay, that's the excavation part, the scrying part. Allows you to scry for antiquities of up to simple difficulty. Okay, additional turn of scrying. Unites a hexagonal cluster of facets in the antiquarian's eye, converting the symbols to match that of the central facet. Ooh, that's cool. Grant you an additional Magicka charge for use in scrying. Claim all facets of the selected type that touch your area of control, as well as matching facets directly adjacent. Oh, this stuff is good. Claim a line of facets stretching out from your area of control, and start each scrying attempt with an additional row of facets already claimed. Wow, that's a lot of scrying though. Look at that rank level. Okay, and then if we go to our journal, okay, it tells us the difficulty. That's good. Well, these are simple. Jeez, man almighty, we have a lot here. Ooh, advanced. So that means with the skill level that we currently have. Oh, some of these expire. This expires in 24 days. Oh, these are the good ones. That's why. All these simple ones do not expire. I guess the simple ones you do just to get your skill level up. And then once you got your skill level up, then you go and do these advanced. And this is a master. Jeez. That's heavy. I wouldn't care about it. That's a furnishing. That's a furnishing. Furnishing. That's a furnishing too. A music box. Okay, lots of furnishings. Some light shoulders. Part of a set. Right, body marking. Furnishing. And another furnishing. Okay, cool. Then you can change it just to be in the current zone. All right. Okay, I think I'm gonna like that. Anyways, you guys, that is going to do it. We are done with the Greymoor chapter. I do know that there is a DLC actually for all these chapters, but I'm going to wait and do them probably after Gold Road, because I'm just trying to get through the story zone so I can get to Gold Road. And I already know I'm not going to be able to start Gold Road or post the videos out there for it on the day it releases, because I do want to get through. We still have Blackwood to get through and High Isle. And I don't think I'm going to get through both of those chapters before the release of Gold Road, which is on the 3rd of June, unless they push it back for some reason. And I think I've only known them to do that one time. Anyways, I really enjoyed this this chapter. It was interesting. And when we come back, we will start the Blackwood prologue. So thank you guys very much for coming with me on this journey through the Greymoor chapter. And I will see you in the next episode when we begin Blackwood. Thanks for watching. Bye.